Hello and welcome to a new rush hour episode of Trains Out, and today we're at Oxford on the Cherwell Valley Line, where you'll be seeing service from Great Western Railway, Chiltern Railways, cross country, and, with any luck, some freight as well. Here are a pair of Chiltern Railways 168 clubmans, that will be heading to London Marylebone. There is a Great Western 800 that has terminated in with a service from London Paddington, complete with blood splatter on the nose. Up there, I don't know if you can see, if I move that bit across, well, I can certainly see two 769s, an 800, and either a 166 or a 165. That one will remain a mystery up until it turns up here, if it ever does. Down in the distance is going to be a Chiltern Railways service coming in from London Marylebone, terminating here at Oxford. As far as I'm aware, the silver sets aren't working to Oxford at the moment. They're just doing the London Marylebone to Kidderminsters. So I don't think we're going to be seeing a 68 turning up here. I mean, if we do, I won't complain. But I wouldn't get your hopes up. The sun's out, it's a gorgeous evening, and there is a lovely breeze. This breeze really is nice. It's just taking the edge out of the sun. So here we have 168 106. I'm not entirely sure where they're walking to, but there we go. Makes sense to them. And the latest update is they're taking a pew on the flower bed. Actually, it's not a bad shout because there's no other seating around that entire area of the platform, so makes sense. And behind she goes. Okay, as my autofocus does its own thing, the Great Western 800 is now heading off to the sidings in the form of 800 027. There's a very marginal flat wheel on the rear of that 800. Just about hear it. Okay, about ready to depart now will be 168321 with a 1722 Chiltern Railway service to London Marylebone. As coming in behind me will be the 1722 Great Western Railway service from Deadcot Parkway to Moreton in Marsh. And on the rear of this is 168 111. They do sound really nice, I have to say. Again, departing is the 1722 Great Western Railway service to Moreton in Marsh. Behind me coming in will be a very early running 1732 Great Western Railway service from Hereford to London Paddington. This is worked by 165 136. And the London Paddington bound service will be worked by 800 004. That service is probably going to be exceptionally busy, as the audio announcements came on and said that the 1716 cross-country service is currently delayed, so this is the next fastest service if you wanted to get to Reading. So this could be a very, very busy service. It's worth noting there are already people standing up in the vestibule areas whilst that was coming down, and I don't think that was for people getting off here either. That's going to be a very unpleasant journey. Okay, our first freight train of the evening is going to be a Freightliner 66 hauling what I think is a Freightliner Class 70 going from Southampton to Trafford Park. It is indeed hauling a 70. Be nice if it were the other way around, but ho-hum. So we have 66529 leading. It was taking 70.017 along for good measure. Decent length consist there as well. Again, coming out of the sidings is going to be one of Great Western's Thames turbo units that'll be forming the 1736 to Deadcot Parkway. LED at the front doing the business, and this is worked by 165118. Fair few people are going to get on board this service. Okay, the next train to arrive is going to be the very late running 1716 cross-country service from Manchester Piccadilly to Bournemouth. At this point it's running about 20 minutes late, booked by a pair of their voyagers. So the linear proceedings is going to be 220.006. With 221141 bringing up the rear. So this will be the 4-car 221 that I have. But unlike Avanti West Coast's 221s, the tilting mechanism has been removed. Again, departing now will be the late running 1716 cross-country service to Bournemouth via Reading. And also coming in is going to be the 1739 cross-country service from Bournemouth to Manchester Piccadilly, worked by another pair of their voyagers, although it looks like the first one is going to be one of the 5-car super voyagers, and I think the rear is just going to be a standard. Actually no, they might both be supers. Well, I'll find out when they get a wee bit closer. I can't emphasise enough how lovely this breeze is. Okay, so as I'm getting attacked by God knows what, we have leading proceedings 221137. As up there is going to be what I presume a GB66 going from Scunthorpe to Eastleigh. Actually, it might even be a duo. I think it is a duo. So I'm going to just manoeuvre up here. Well, this is the It's the Rainbow 66 on the rear of this, and I can't for the love of me remember the number. I think the last time I saw this, I was at Clapham Junction. So linear proceedings is 66786 with 720 on the rear. Hauling a brand new load of rails. So I wonder where they're going to be used. Okay, getting ready to depart will be the now late running 1739 cross-country service to Bournemouth. The front of this could do with a really, really good clean. And it's clipped something at some stage or another. Okay, the guard's door is shut, so it should be off any moment. On the rear is 221124. Okay, the next train to make an appearance will be a Terminating Great Western Railways service from Banbury. And this is worked by 165123. Not exactly brimming to capacity. Once everyone's got off, it will then head back up to the sidings. I can't talk. And then it'll come down at some point and then go somewhere, as they often do. That's what trains do. They come and go to places. Well done. What was that? Really, what was that? I've no idea, truthfully. Normally, your off-the-cuff thing is pretty good. That, on the other hand, was shoddy. I could think of more descriptive phrases if you like. No. Shoddy just about covers that one. Okay then. Do you think the viewers would agree? I'm almost willing to bet my bottom dollar on it that they would agree with me on that one. Okay, and as previously mentioned, the 165 is going to head off into the sidings. I'm not too sure when it will be called back in, whether or not it's going to do a service to Banbury or if it will form a service to Deadcot Parkway. Going down in the distance, running about 6 minutes late, is going to be the 1742 Great Western Railway service from London Paddington to Great Malvern. There's some starlings kind of doing their own thing around me at the moment. I have to say, I love the flower beds they have here at Oxford Station. They are absolutely spectacular. They really are. I mean, the colours alone in this one, phenomenal. Because you have another one there, and you've got one there, and then you've got one there, and there's another one just behind that shelter. Although, interestingly, there isn't any on platform or platforms 2 and 3. And I don't actually think there's any on platform 1. Surprising, because I just think it adds to it, having a bit of flora around here. Okay, about ready to depart now will be the 1746 Great Western Railways service to Great Malvern. There she goes. This is worked by Sir Gareth Edwards, 800 009. With John Charles being the name on the rear. And that was a Blackbird, if you're wondering. Again, coming out of the sidings is going to be one of Great Western's 800s. That'll be working the 1802 to London Paddington. Slowly snaking their way over the points. So this is 800 027. Okay, the next train to arrive is going to be a Terminating Chiltern Railways service from London Marylebone. It's running just a couple of minutes late, so it's delayed the departure of 168-106. So in the proceedings is 168-110. As we also have coming in the late running 1755 Great Western Railway service from Deadcot Parkway to Banbury. I'll have to do a reverse to find out the number of this 168, so bear with me as the camera shakes uncontrollably as I yonder backwards to find 168323. And that does now mean that the late running 1757 Chiltern Railways service to London Marylebone can now depart, courtesy of 168-106. Away they go. Okay, as the 1802 Great Western Railways service to London Paddington departs, the late running 1755 to Banbury is about ready to go, as a magpie lands on the track, as you do. This is worked by 165 120. As the 165 that came in earlier is now coming back out from the sidings to work a service to Deadcot Parkway. 1807, that's the ticket. And it's 165 123. It's amazing to think they used to do, you know, London to Deadcot, you know, and they would do London to Oxford's. How times have changed. Okay, the next freight train to pass through is going to be a triple header courtesy of Collis Rail, with a very claggy 66 leading proceedings, hauling 2 Class 70s, going from Hinksey to Bescot up Engineers. So, doing its thing for Greenpeace is 66847. Terry Baker with 7813 and 7810. Very nice indeed. Okay, the next train to appear from around the bend is going to be the 1816 cross-country service from Manchester Piccadilly to Reading. Looks like it's just a pair of 220 Voyagers. Nope, the last one is a Super Voyager. As also coming in behind me will be a terminating Great Western Railway service from Deadcot Parkway. So, leading the way is 220034. With 221134 bringing up the rear. There's a fair few people on board. And yep, 134 comes complete with a bit of blood splatter on the nose. Okay, right, so it's 165118 is the unit that came in from Deadcot. We'll subsequently go and hide in the sidings for a while. As there goes the 1816 to Reading. As also know is 168323 departing with the 1820 Chiltern Railways service to London Marylebone. With 110 on the rear. Okay, coming up from the sidings is an 800 that we haven't gazed our eyes upon as of yet. So now leaves the 3 remaining 769s down there to do whatever they're doing. And this is 800 017. And do the 1832 to London Paddington. Okay, the next train drive is going to be a Terminating Chiltern Railways service from London Marylebone, worked by a 165, weirdly enough. Sticking a 2 car on that, this service is brave. As coming in behind me is going to be the 1824 Great Western Railways service from London Paddington to Hereford. This is worked by 165006. And voila. Here we have 800 309. Squeaky brake time. Lovely job. Okay, about ready to depart now is going to be the late running 1824 Great Western Railways service to Hereford. Okay, the next freight train to pass by is going to be a DB Cargo UK Class 66 going from Southampton to Wakefield Europort. Won't be going at a blistering rate of knots as it will be chasing 800 309 as the 1832 departs for London Paddington. So here we have 66 125. Colourful mixture of containers so far. Different types of wagon. The traditional flat wheel. No freight train's complete without one. Okay, and coming back off the sidings is going to be the 165 from earlier. That'll be working the 1835 to Deadcot Parkway. It is 118. LED doing the business. Okay, the next train drive is going to be the 1840 cross-country service from Reading to Manchester Piccadilly, worked by a 1, 2, 3, I want to say 221 Super Voyager, assuming my eyes haven't deceived me. And then at some point there should be a Freightliner 66, or maybe even a 70, coming through from Rewley Street to Southampton. Let me do a quick U-turn. Nope, nothing yet, but the signal down there has changed. I'm going to keep the peepers open. Right, well, the aforementioned freight train will be indeed worked by a Freightliner Class 66, with a right colourful mixture of containers on board, and giving it a fair amount of beans. So, thundering her way through Oxford will be 66 420. Very nice indeed. Okay, then about ready to depart now is going to be the late running, hello pigeon, 1842 cross-country service from Bournemouth to Manchester Piccadilly, not Reading. Evidently I can't read. This is hardly news. No. Oh dear. Something's happened with one of the doors. Nope. Yep, something's happened with one of the doors. Either someone's got something caught, or it just wasn't shutting properly. Well, wherever it was, I got it sorted. Well done you, whoever you are. Well, nothing's happening. Nope. Nope, now the guard's back out again. Now, what's going on? Is there some... what on earth? Right, okay. Right, attempt number 3. There we go. So this is worked by 221127. Right, the next train to make an appearance is going to be the 1848 Great Western Railways service to Worcester Foregate Street. I shall get to the number of El Squeaky when she departs. Fair few people wanting to get on board this service. Okay, now departing is the 1848 Great Western Railway service to Worcester Foregate Street. And this is worked by 800 005. Okay, the next freight train to disturb the peace is going to be a Freightliner 66 going from Southampton to Crewe Bass Hall. Certainly putting her foot down. This is worked by 66545. Quite a few refrigerated containers on there, and a nice little peep as well from the driver. Thank you very much. Okay, the next train to make an appearance is going to be the 1902 Great Western Railway service from Worcester Foregate Street to London Paddington. As behind that will be a Terminating Chiltern Railways service from London Marylebone to terminate here at Oxford. So here we have Alan Turing 800 008. And doing about turn to find incoming 168 112. Bringing in one of our classmates. I'll do a little shimmy up later and let you know the number of that other 168. Okay, departing now is the now late running 1856 Chiltern Railways service to London Marylebone, worked by 165 006. Okay, now departing is going to be an ECS to the sidings, having brought a service in from Deadcot Parkway. 168109 was the other 168 brought in with Terminating Chiltern Railway service, and this is 165123. Okay then, the next train to arrive is going to be the 1906 Great Western Railways service from Banbury to Deadcot Parkway. And it is worked by 165 120. Then we've got a family of red kites flying around as well. Gorgeous birds of prey, they really are. Okay, the next train to make an appearance is going to be the 1915 Great Western Railway service from London Paddington to Banbury. It's got a name to it, so I'll get the name and the number when she be doing the departing. Okay, and the next train drive is going to be the 1916 cross-country service from Manchester Piccadilly to Bournemouth. Worked by a 221 and a 220. So leading the way is 221 126. With 220.007 bringing up the rear. A little bit scruffy there. Squeaky brakes as well. Okay, now departing is the 1915 Great Western Railway service to Banbury. So we have Ian Bolger, 800-032. With Sarah Williams Martin, the name on the rear. Okay, the next train drive is going to be the 1922 Great Western Railways service from Deadcot Parkway to Banbury in the form of 165 118. The reason why I've moved down here will be made apparent in the not too distant future. Of course, this is entirely dependent on what thumbnail I've used, because some of you may already know. I'm like a kid. I'm like a big kid. Because incoming will be a Terminating Chiltern Railways silver set from London Marylebone, worked by a DRS 68 at the front of this. It's a 68, you know, I'm in love. They're just gorgeous sounding and looking locomotives. Of course, once it's unloaded the passengers, it's then going to head off to the sidings just down the line from here, so the loco will take off. I've got the biggest smile going right now. I'm honestly like a big kid. Here she comes. Just growling away in his 68008 Avenger. am a happy man today. Okay, I think she's about ready to go. I could just listen to this thing purring all day long. I really could. I know what's going to happen. The minute I go to pause, it will then take off. Right. I'll pause it, and then I'll cut straight back when she starts to go. It really wasn't worth it. That is a gorgeous sight and sound. And a tone from the driver as well. Thank you kindly, sir. On the rear is 82,305. So as she heads off into the sidings, I shall leave it there. Thank you all very much for watching. It is greatly appreciated. If you have enjoyed what you've seen today, then please do like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. I do get back to them as and when I get the opportunity to. Thoroughly enjoyed my time here. Caught bits of everything, really. Okay, 70s that weren't powered, but I'll still take them. So 2 Collar 70s and a Freightliner 70. Plenty of Freightliner 66s. Loads of birds. Obviously the Chiltern Railways Silver Set with the DRS 68. The Collar 66 that was, spewing its guts out all over the place. It's just been absolutely fantastic. Oxford is always an amazing station to come to for a rush hour period. My next rush hour film is going to be from... where am I going to go? I'm going to go to Tamworth on the West Coast Main Line. After that, I'll then be going to Stevenage on the East Coast Main Line. So, until next time, from me here at Oxford on the Cherwell Valley Line, I shall see you all later. Take care, guys. Goodbye.